Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, y'all. Here's another re-upload flashback, this time with Musa and Hadu. This, I think, is the last time they actually went live together.
Yo, what up? What's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin'? Yeah. We could talk about it.
Damn, niggas flowing in.
I knew niggas was gonna wait like...
Lord, I didn't even mean to get captured. I love you too.
Like, well, what was gotta say, goddamn? Well, yeah, so we gonna talk about it. Listen, y'all, I had my moments. Listen, I was being a narcissist.
You know what, Dalen, a.k.a. Musa, I can't really blame you because you had just gotten out of the cult led by Elite Heel Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three God, and you saw him display his narcissistic behavior in relationships. And I mean, eventually over time, I'm sure you felt that was normal. So I'm going to give you a little grace here.
I'm saying that publicly. And my mom told me to look up PTSD because and really in my mind, it don't really matter about the label of it. You know what I'm saying? If you got some toxic traits, if you have unhealthy behavior patterns, you can put whatever label you want on it. It's imbalanced. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to call it narcissist, PTSD. We all got PTSD in some way that we're coming from because, you know what I'm saying, we come from the world we come from. So just fix it, bro.
Right.
Right. Real shit, right?
Right. So let's tell him what's up, babe.
Right. So it's all about listening to your woman. You know? Yeah, I think it's about doing the work. I think... So the thing is, for me, right, is I had to really look at my life. And I had to understand, like, before we ever came together, there was work that I had to do on myself. So I feel like even in a way when I was in carbonation and stuff like that, I wasn't working on myself at the time. You know, and that's what everybody learns, right? That principle where I said, wherever you go, there you are. That's a known concept because we understand that. Yeah. Do the work, that's how you heal. Yeah, and for me, it's always been being by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter how old you are, how many times around the sun you is, how old somebody look, or how mature they look. Like, the inner work is really what has to be done. So, is this a real... Yeah. The real work that has to be done internal, it has to be done alone. So we commit to separating. You feel me? Because, listen, y'all, this my twin flame.
Here we go with the twin flame business. I wonder if they're still together to this day.
I said that publicly. You feel me? And I know, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was on some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's in my toxic. But one thing I've been shown in my life and source in my highest moments is that's what she is for me and to me. You dig what I'm saying? So right now we taking a separation period. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to commit myself to just being alone in myself. You feel me? And really fighting myself, and not fighting, but integrating with my shadow self and understanding it with love and compassion and understanding myself and being solid in me outside of anybody else, so I could come into a relationship and honor it holistically. Word, Desi. For real. It takes... he said it takes time. I get it. Reprogramming mind is easy. For real. And it's like when you put yourself in a groove of thinking a certain way, like, it's loops. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people, we in loops. And I was in a loop. You feel me? I was in a toxic loop. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I love this woman. I want to get this woman all this love, but something not clicking because I'm on the loop. You know what I'm saying? Of doubt, of fear, of guilt from past shit, and that just keep reliving it. You feel what I'm saying? So at some point, it has to be a breaking point, it has to be a change. And I think that the best thing some people can come into a relationship is being okay with themselves all together. No insecurities, really have loved themselves. Then you can love somebody from a pure space. You feel me? So we learning that, and you know what I'm saying? We still believing in each other. We not giving up, but we know that this time is going to be good for both of us. You feel me? To really become more solid in ourselves. For sure. You are manipulating her in this moment. Okay.
I ain't even spoke. Y'all don't even know how I feel.
I guess, are you saying that she just easily manipulated? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that kind of be a smack to her. Like, she's an intelligent woman. I don't know. Like, why? You just assuming that?
Do y'all remember not long after this live, Hadu, went live and was talking about how Musa made her feel insecure about herself and said that he could only look at her from certain angles and shit like that? That was messed up. Do y'all remember that? Leave me a comment if y'all remember that.
All in all, one, I want to remind y'all, like, y'all are so far from a place to judge, because y'all don't have an everyday eye in this relationship. And that's the only thing that's the only people who can judge this relationship is me and him and Source. Honestly, we give y'all the opportunity, the privilege, you know what I'm saying, the honor, my nigga, like, to
Y'all give people the honor and privilege to do what? I don't think it's an honor and privilege that y'all are given. Y'all are just on the internet sharing way too much of y'all business. That's what y'all doing.
to know what's going on. And so I feel like that should come with some level of respect, because niggas is so quick to type. They know ain't nobody really taking the time behind the camera to just sit with self and really reflect, like try to learn from what we are giving y'all the privilege to watch. He's letting y'all watch his healing process. I was letting y'all watch me be broke down. I was letting it's vulnerable, right?
Yeah,
Vulnerability.
that's vulnerable.
It needs to be respected, not torn down even more. Like, we still trying to present a united front, because our love stands despite what we were struggling with, what he's struggling with, what I struggle with. And that's what I said in my first live. I spoke truth and we stand on it. But a lot of that was from emotion. And I shouldn't have went live before me and Musa got to this point, because it probably wouldn't have went the way it went all the way.
That's okay.
But it was truth, you know what I'm saying? And that realness is what was needed. So
For real.
I still stand by this man, period.
Word.
But like you said, we are going to take this space, this time, and shit. Twin flames make it back to each other at the end of the day. So we are twin flames.
Do you think you rushed into commitment? Not saying your relationship was needed, but sometimes we put pressure on relationship, and that's something else too. Like, the thing is, like, when we came together, it was so divine, it was so magical, it was the most clear thing. Like, I think that and I'm sure people can relate to this. Like, I'm sure it's a transition just collectively, but I've been feeling individually is becoming more connected to my spirit, like, for real, like within the orchestra of what's going on in the earth.
One thing I'll say about Hadu, she always got the blunt on deck, don't she?
We talking about mama's energy coming back. When we talking about the quantum, we just talking about love coming back to the earth. I feel like we all have our relationship with that, within ourselves, within going internally. So I feel like, what was that? That should happen like
It happens like that.
This should be happening like that. Like, I told you that. Oh, just basically learning about how the twin flame dynamic, like I said, did we come in a relationship prematurely?
Oh, right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I feel like, yes, we did come into the relationship prematurely, but we were shown enough.
Well, wait. I don't feel like we were brought into the relationship prematurely, because y'all don't know on what levels this shit was source guided. Like, we came into the relationship at the time we were supposed to come into the relationship, and we're taking the space at the time we need to take the space. You know what I'm saying? If the question is, could we have went about things differently so the outcome isn't so drastic, so feelings aren't so hurt? Yeah, you know, but the attraction was instant.
We came together like glue. We came together like glue, and it was like supported by source, because everything was just flowing naturally. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we was getting so much confirmation and still continually have. And one thing I learned about recently is like twin flame separation. And I was reading this article that is talking about, like, with the twin flame dynamics, there are certain people who you come here and you have a twin flame soul. You know, I know we talk about being holistic and stuff, and that's important. Don't get me wrong. But you do have somebody who is literally a mirror soul of you to reflect everything back to you in the most clearest way possible. I'm going to get back to that. The most clearest way possible. So at the end of the day, it's like, you got to think about it. Coming into a dynamic like that, when we're on an earth where love is like the farthest thing that we're from, like heaven's on earth now. And we're now learning how to tap into that and live and exist in that on a consistent basis. People are taking plant medicines, everything. We're practicing meditation, etc. Reprogramming our minds on a cellular basis to exist in that heaven state. And our relationship is pushing us closer and closer to unconditional love, to learn how to forgive ourselves and others no matter what the situation or what happens. You see what I'm saying?
And what she was saying was
She said
about
pressure.
commitment. But the thing about the commitment aspect of it was and see where we are now, it isn't like it's a bad space. It's the best space. You know what I mean? And in emotion, when we get focused on the details of the individual aspect and we come outside the collective, we can forget that. But the simple answer to it all about the commitment is that when we came into the relationship, all I was taking was him. I ain't taking no other females because I knew none of that shit was needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that takes a woman who knows herself. And when I came together with Musa, I literally told Musa, like, I'm like, he had bitches in rotation. And I'm like, listen, he's like, I got one girl for this, and one girl counsel me, and one girl do this. And I'm like, listen, you're not going to need none of that once we get in tune, or we about to get in tune. And he was like, I'm not hearing none of that. Basically what he said it in the most, you know how Musa be. Yeah. But when we came together, what happened? Sure enough, everybody
flocked. And it was like, and the crazy part about it was she was really showing me real things about people in my life that I thought was good for me, just because, man, I'm trying to cover up for something. I'm trying to accumulate things around me and people because I don't love myself. And she real life helped me see things. You feel what I'm saying? Because she real life was coming with love. Like, listen, I'm really trying to help you see, like, why this, that, and the third. This ain't this is that. And really just showing me truth in my life, allowing me to even more detach from people and things that wasn't good for me at certain points, so I could just focus on me and realize that half the time I could be the problem because I wouldn't be in a situation or in a relationship with somebody if I wasn't focused on myself.
And honestly, like, I'm gonna tell y'all the realest shit y'all ever heard right now. This is the realest shit y'all ever seen right now. Like, me and Musa, this love right here, even if it ain't what y'all deem to be is true love, the way it's unforming. Love is understanding, understanding, overstanding, all those in harmony. And shit, after the shit that me and Musa put each other through, on a subconscious level, spiritual levels, past lifetimes, now it's just like, for us to keep reaching this level of clarity and oneness and love and support for one another, that's what means everything. That's what means everything. That's it. That's all. And from what y'all witnessed, from where he's came from, y'all keep trying to, and we experience it like that. Y'all probably, the only reason y'all are projecting this shit on us is because y'all deal with it in y'all everyday life. You keep trying to hold somebody to their past. Y'all on here and y'all expecting to get on here and hear something new, but y'all so ready to hold somebody to Leo. Y'all so ready to hold somebody to Carbonation. Y'all so ready to hold somebody to, ain't your name Dalen and ain't you 19, and y'all niggas ain't ready to receive what's being given to you. You know what I mean? Like, so really, we've been really battling being on fucking social media because none of y'all niggas really know. None of y'all value the shit. Don't nobody really fucking know. Nobody who was in, they didn't come to the collective understanding in a group. And I guarantee if all of us was brought together right now, everybody on this live, still, everybody would walk out the room not knowing. You know what I'm saying? It'd be, most of the people still walk out the room without the full understanding, even though they were right next to somebody who had it, just because they still weren't ready themselves, because they were still scared. Y'all are scared. The shit that we're doing takes strength. God damn it, like, niggas ain't cut like this. This is a different cloth. And y'all, it's so easy to judge behind a screen. But y'all don't know. Y'all don't know shit. And no, I don't regret my last live. I don't. And I'm coming back again because I'm bringing y'all more clarity. I want to show you my evolution in mind.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
Yeah, that's a fact. She is flawless. She's perfect. My thing is like, this woman done did the work. You know what I'm saying? Herself, she's solid. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she's solid. You know, and I respect her for her mind. You know what I mean? But yeah, and she is beautiful. But I truly respect her mind. You feel me? Like, and I think that when you have something like that, you cherish it. And in my life, I've destroyed and I've messed up a lot of good things in my life because I haven't worked on myself, and I've gotten to a zenith of that. You feel me? You get to a point, and unfortunately, sometimes we get to points where, you know, you didn't put yourself in a jam where now you have to change. But I guess at the end of the day, all that matters is you change. We're existing every day is an opportunity. You feel me? Saying you're thinking, so you always have the.
Watching this back now, you know, I can't help but feel very sympathetic towards Dalen, aka Musa, and towards Hadu as well. You know, he went through a traumatic experience in being in the cult. You know, there was abuse. Musa was slapped. You know, there were fights orchestrated by Nature Boy, aka Eligio Bishop, aka Three Gods Orders. So, I mean, a lot of the stuff that he went through while being at that camp has got to be plaguing him like at this time, because he jumped right into the relationship without getting any type of counseling, any type of deprogramming. So I hope that he's actually done the work necessary to heal from that experience fully.
Opportunity to put your thought in healthy places and align yourself with your most authentic self. You know what I'm saying? So doing the work, healing, being with self, going into the darkness, sitting and becoming nothing. And that's really the thing that I love. And this time we've been building on really this whole day is like really getting into that state of connecting with your spirit. Like really, how many people can say, and I mean, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I know I struggle with it, but really sit by yourself, whether that be in the dark. And sometimes that be the best things to do because you get lost in your mind. You feel what I'm saying? You get lost in your desires and things that you wish and you want in life, and you can really exist in that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why another reason I kind of stray away from therapy a little bit too. I like the idea of it, but sometimes I'm like, bro, we're really in a time where we can connect. Like, it's known to connect to the highest intelligence where all answers are. Like, books and things like that are tools for us, for sure. But I think we're in a time where it's like the age of Aquarius. It's like for you to know. We talk about we're God. We have the information that we're energy. But do you know that, like, on a cellular level? You feel me? Do you really believe and know that and honor that? Do you know that, you know, this is a projection of your mind, your thoughts projecting your reality? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like we're going through a shift and we're elevating. We're feeling it on a personal level, so I know it's reflective in the collective. And making that connection for us, I know myself, it's been like the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced. What happened?
I'm just happy. I was just happy, genuinely. And I was honestly thinking too, like, this is the honest thought that was on my mind. Like, just because we're coming on here, we're letting you guys know, like, we're taking space. While we also don't have any type of, we're not holding each other with any type of expectation or commitment, we are still aware of the fact of what we are. That means, at the end of the day, we're destined for each other. If that doesn't look like intimate love back as Hadu and Musa, just know our souls are destined for each other. Even that comes through different people in this lifetime. Again, it's just like, I don't want nobody to think this is the reason to start flocking to my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think that's that, because, yeah, that's all I want to say.
All right, y'all. I know this is a flashback, but let's take a brief intermission and check out what's going on with Rambo.
Growing an audience of over 100,000 people in 30 days. This is the topic of our next Wild Brotherhood call. I'm going to be sharing how I grew 100K plus on both Instagram and TikTok within 30 days using short form video content strategy. And the relevance of this is that we live in an attention economy. We can leverage technology to
Y'all, this is a very recent clip of Rambo. He is currently running a group called the Wild Brotherhood. It is a group of men who lean on each other for support, strategy, and overall just guidance in life. He's brought together, I think, 4 or 5 men. In June, they did a retreat in Hawaii with him, and they actually said it was great. You know, they had great results from it. And he's actually trying to grow his community. Check him out. He's got a website. It's called wildbrotherhood.com.
be able to share our own personal message, our purpose, our gifts with the world. And if you do that properly, you won't have to work a job that you don't like, or you won't have to be investing your time into doing things that you're not in alignment with. So with the power of the internet and these tools that are emerging, we can use them to be able to live the kind of life that we want and be fully in our purpose and offer our gifts and services to the world. I will be sharing my own personal tools, step-by-step guide in how I do my own videos, my short form video content strategy, the importance of personal branding, and how to create offers and monetize ultimately. What you can expect from this through your implementation is to be able to grow your audience, to share your message, and ultimately live your ideal life.
I ain't even about to be on social media. Ain't nothing to flock to. Shit.
You let them know, because sometimes people get excited, you know?
Oh, yeah, let them know. Come on. They are holistic healers who can help you deprogram. It's like therapy, but on a spiritual level. I consider that, because if I did talk to anybody, which I don't mind, you feel me, because I'm not cutting myself out. Like, I appreciate, you know, a spiritual God, a good spiritual mentor that, you know what I'm saying, could be good for what I would need. But I'm also really mainly focused on going with them, because I feel like if I go there, they're probably going to tell me something that they could tell me, but they're just going to, I feel like a good therapist is going to help you show you to yourself, like help you figure yourself out. So, you know, I think I'll give myself time to be by myself first. I think if I just do that and I really commit to that, I could figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Just give myself time and breathe. You know what I'm saying? And really get in the flow.
This is definitely a time, like, if anybody on this chat calls themselves God, you shouldn't need nobody outside of yourself. If you're not able to take the experience of your reality and what you've been gifted with to make a holistic judgment, because only you from your perspective can make a holistic judgment, not no one outside of you. Anyone outside of you is automatically biased. Anybody outside of you, because they're either teaching you from a book, they're teaching you from their experience, or they're teaching you from their perspective of you, and they just met you. They got a name, an email, and an address, and some banking information. You know what I mean? Like, even these holistic healers, they're coming from their own perspective. And I'm not saying that we got it all figured out, but I'm saying if we call ourselves God, then we got to live up to the standard of a master student, being a student of our reality itself, and going in and mastering the knowing of what we're experiencing. And we should be cool. We shouldn't need nobody. Like, and I'm coming from experiencing a wide variety of all type of holistic healers, counselors, psychologists. I'm not just speaking out the ass. Like, it's all the same. Everybody's going to tell you the same shit because they're coming from a textbook. Because even the knowledge is basic. Even the knowledge is consistent. It's perpetual. It repeats itself. That's why relationships and peoples and patterns are constantly repeating itself. We're in shit. That's the world we live in. And only you can stop it. Only you. By yourself. That's why we're deciding, because we couldn't stop this shit together, that's why we're deciding to take the space. To see if we can stop this shit on our own. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've definitely been here before. I'm glad y'all can recognize it.
Yeah, she definitely an ancient soul. Like, and our twin flame dynamic is crazy because I really done seen her for her, like, her soul. Like, I was standing there the other day, and it's like, sometimes I see her for who she really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's shape-shifted in front of me. I feel like I done seen her literally in the
Wait, what? She's shape-shifting in front of him? Did y'all just hear that?
spirit realm. Like, it could be not even dark time. I'm just, the way, I don't know, the shit I'm connected to, shit different. You know what I'm saying? Like, this relationship, it's magical. Like shit has happened now. I don't even know how to explain to people. Like we was driving when I went to the airport and picked her, and she came and picked me up from the airport. And we was driving off, like, we dead-ass seen a beam come out the sky. Like, you would have thought it was a UFO in the sky the way it was. Like, it's a whole realm, you know? And it's so much love. Like, we had it was the most magical experience ever. Like,
it felt like a movie.
It felt like a movie. Like, us getting the tattoos and everything. Like, it was
even we was, like, at the hotel and I was swimming in the pool.
And you was swimming in the pool? Yeah, she was so magical. She had hair, and I was like... I was damn near about to cry. Like, oh my God, you look so beautiful. Like, you look like a god in there. Like, you're like a straight goddess. Your skin was just glowing. And you was doing a little alligator roll.
Here you go, babe. And that's what I also want to make a point out of is that, look, ain't none of us perfect, goddamn. Ain't none of us perfect. But it's a difference between having a sense of love and understanding for self so deep that you can forgive and forget beyond levels of pain to a point where I had to make sure I wasn't weak. You know what I mean? For choosing the perspective to understand where this man was coming from, a collective society that has been against us from all and every angle that could possibly reach us, 360 motherfucking degrees. And I know because I am a victim of it too, and so are you. God damn it. So when I step outside of myself, you know what I mean? And it's like, I didn't even think I could be back with him just in my emotion after all the things that were said. But it's like, I limited myself. I automatically decided to become the devil. I automatically created limitations. I automatically created the world of duality within chaos when I chose to cut myself off from anything I believe is for me. You know what I mean? Even if that means he is for someone else. But what I'm going to say is what continues to show me love, even when he can't show me love, is the fact that our experiences show me how to love me more.
Bless her heart. I think she really genuinely cares about Dalen, aka Musa, but he needs to find himself before he's in a relationship with anyone. And I don't think that she realizes that, but she does really, really care about him. You could totally tell she's making up all these excuses as to why they should be together, but they're taking time apart. So she's conflicted right now. Hopefully that's all worked itself out.
And I can see, just because I'm so open to it, just when I don't limit myself, I know the love that's coming through him. You know what I mean? Even if it's clouded by his hurt child. Because sometimes my love is clouded by her child. Sometimes my mind is clouded by that shit. And being able to discern it is a whole nother level of maturity that people feel like, and we can mistake it as a weakness or a setback, or, oh, they don't really know, or they're wishy-washy. And some people are wishy-washy. But I want y'all to let y'all know, like, some shit is real. Some shit is learning through experience. How do you think we get on here? How do you think we sound wise? How do you think we're able to speak the way we speak? It's through fucking up and learning. Even if that means fucking up again over the same reason. You know what I mean? It's a process. And I just really want everyone to be open since we're sharing. Because we're being open with y'all and with each other. That's the environment we want to create.
Mm-hmm.
No.
All right. I think that was good to share. We just wanted to put out, you know what I'm saying, a nice little contrast to show y'all where we was at real time. You know what I'm saying? It's probably not going to be too much. Appreciate that.
Put a child in this woman. Please. Like, please.
Listen. You taking a break on social media, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my kumbaya, my yogi shit, you know what I'm saying? So I fuck with y'all. I appreciate y'all showing love, because that's what it's about. I swear, like, yo, this shit about love. Like, I feel like the faster I heal myself, the better impact I could be, because I think sometimes we forget how much our effect has on.
Come on, baby.
I think we forget how much our effect has on the world. Like, we sometimes don't think we have a big impact, but Bro, we gotta remember this shit quantum. You know what I mean? Like,
Y'all, you know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if Dalen, aka Musa, took a social media break and has stayed on that break for so long, because I don't know if you guys know, but the encounter that he had with that transsexual, that Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Three God, brought to the house in Atlanta, the entire encounter, or parts of the encounter, actually got uploaded to Pornhub, I believe, and it's still there. So I'm wondering if he's just trying to disappear from the internet completely, because I mean, of course, who wants that to be publicized and, you know, put in the public eye? That's quite embarrassing, I would say.
I swear that's the best understanding. Like, I feel like this how I see it, right? Because we talk about mama and papa. I know y'all done heard us say that a lot.
Don't nobody know who the fuck we talking about.
And she really brought me that terminology, but I understood it from where I was coming from, because I was coming from some Bible understandings about breathing and connecting to your waters, basically being baptized through the breath. The breath is the law, and you purify the waters, and the breath is papa, and the waters is mama. You see what I'm saying? Like, just like air in astrology, it's a masculine, that's papa, that's a thought. You know what I'm saying? And your water, that's mama, and that's within us. We are oxygen. You're breathing in. You breathe to stay conscious, to remember. You know what I mean? And that's literally gotten us through a lot. Really what's gotten us through a lot, that is breathing. Like, just breathing and allowing yourself to come to an understanding that's not clouded. You know what I'm saying? Because you have all the understandings within you. And honoring your waters, honoring your heart, connecting to your heart space, and honoring how you feel in healthy ways, allowing yourself to process through your emotions and not trying to negate them, and you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Understand how you feel and nurture yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I believe that's holistic. Like, I swear that's my go-to, because it's not a manual for life. There's no given manual, instruction manual. You have all the answers, so you can connect to it. And people are talking about it now, like different. We tap in on brain waves and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. We tap in.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True. Many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy, and I love this book.
To states of awareness. And I was saying, like, if you fast and purify your waters and purify your environment and what you're putting in, and you breathe and take some time to deny yourself from social media, you're going to tap into something. You're going to tap into a deeper part of yourself that's going to bring you so much fulfillment that you're going to keep going towards it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people that start tapping out, even if they tap back in, they start tapping back out, and because it's something there outside of all the fear, outside of the doubt, the worry, the basic human concerns, is our ability to exist in heaven on earth, because we are God. We are creators. You see what I'm saying? So, and
even like I'm talking directly to you, babe, but it's like, even in this example to the people watching, like, it's the realest live we've ever done.
Yeah, for real.
It's the most easiest it ever flowed. Yeah. It's the real, to the point where we gonna say this, right? We gonna post this on the page, right? It's the last shit we can leave up while we get off the page, because this need to go back up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to repost this shit. You know what I mean? So it's just like, but this being able to flow like this is a sign of blockage relief. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the response we're getting, you know what I'm saying? It's all love in the chat, because it's all love here, without any lies or us trying to hide anything from not wanting to be judged or anything. Like, it's beautiful.
All right, y'all. We're going to close it up, you know what I'm saying? We just going to enjoy each other, you know what I'm saying, while we have each other, and you know.
I want to miss you too.
So, yeah, we just wanted to share this with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all another perspective. He said that makeup, no joke, bro, with sex magic. He crazy.
What? I'm confused.
I ain't even worried about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about it. Hey, man, y'all have a good one. Y'all have a blessed night, a day, whatever time of day it is. You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it as well as my commentary. Please be sure to leave me a comment, hit that like button, and share this video. Welcome to all my new subscribers, to all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride or dies. Y'all already know what it is. We in the building. You understand what me I say? Me say, we in not a place. Big up yourself.